I want you to understand something. This literally is a situation where I'm in dire financial straits, and if this stands where I'm going to be making half as less money on YouTube as I ever did before, starting now, I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to have all my shit reclaimed. You know, credit card bills are going to go default. I'm probably going to have to declare bankruptcy. I'm going to lose everything. The first show in over a freaking week. And that's like unprecedented around here, right? Like usually I'm here, if I'm going to have a couple days off, you know, it's not that big of a deal and we work it into the schedule. But as everyone knows, I'm sure, things didn't go that way this last week. All right. And to be quite frank with you, all right, this was no party. This was no, how can I say, vacation. As much as I wish that I could have come back today and said, hey, everyone, guess what? Great stuff. I finally took an amazing honeymoon or whatever. Sadly, that's not the case. As they say, sometimes things creep up on you. You know, kind of like out of nowhere, they sneak up on you and they, you know, it's kind of like, you know, you're at the mall and a weirdo no-life detractor starts filming you with their camera, or like you're at the gas station just trying to like fill up your gas and some weirdo is like creeping around the pump trying to take a picture of you. Maybe you've never experienced that, but I have. And in this case, they creeped up so hard, I got bit in the butt. And I had to deal with some personal stuff this last week, all right? And as much as I would have loved to be here with all of you, because I would have, sometimes you just got to take time away, which is what I had to do. It wasn't planned, it wasn't scheduled, and I had absolutely no idea how long it was going to take. So it wasn't even like I could say something in the middle of the week and be like, okay, I'll be back by so-and-so or whatever. It wasn't like that at all. So because of that, it was up in the air. And I had people contacting me from all over the internet. I'll tell you that. Like people who are longtime fans, people who are actually detractors, people who I've had some association with, who I've worked with, reaching out and saying, hey, you know, I just hope everything's well or whatever. And I do appreciate that, but I want everyone to understand the reason that I really didn't respond to anyone is because I was in the thick of shit. And I had to deal with the shit when I was in it. Let's get some support. Let's get our first super chat. Let's get our first tip. Let's get our first membership. And let's get some subs over on Kick. What is going on? Let's get some support rolling in right now. Come on. Let's do some shout outs and let's talk. Let's chill. Let's chat. Let's figure this out. All right? Because I don't know what I'm doing this week, quite frankly. I have no idea what we're doing. All right? Let's go. Money, 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 man. We got a bunch of thumbs down. Already people are complaining. I've been back for 12 minutes. 12 minutes, and people are already complaining on Kick. How about this? How about you kiss my fucking ass and stop being whiny like you are and just sit back and shut the fuck up because you're on my stream, bitches. And I'm back, and I'm in large, and I'm in charge, and you can fucking deal with it. You can shut those thumbs down, and you can go like this, right up your fucking That's how much I care about you. All right. If anyone does want to actually live rebroadcast me and does not want to actually suffer legal ramifications down the line, because if you don't get permission from me, you will, you can contact me and we can talk about it. Maybe we could work out a licensing fee where I say you can live rebroadcast me on a daily basis as long as there's a contribution or an agreement or something in place. Because if you're going to use my content live before I have a chance to even get it on the internet and monetize it, then I need to receive compensation for that. So if you're someone who regularly does that and you don't want to get sued into Oblivion down the line, you should probably contact me now and work something out, okay? If you don't, I'm going to sue you into Oblivion somewhere down the line and I'm going to own everything that you own. Oh, Jesus Christ, it fucking scared me. That legit scared me. I'm well aware that so many people on the internet stalk me. And again, because the only reason they have content is because they steal mine. If I'm not here, they go crazy trying to stalk me and figure out what I've been up to and where I am and all of that. I am pleased to say, very pleased to say, they have absolutely no clue what I've been doing. Zero. And let me tell you, I had to learn from so many different things of my past that have happened, right? Things where I never fathomed that these idiots would get information or you know what I'm saying, or pry into my personal stuff. They were not able to do so this time, for the first time probably ever, right? That's amazing. Did I ever think that because I went through a bankruptcy that this was going to result in me having years of harassment, identity theft, money stolen, bank accounts, being accessed from unauthorized parties and all kinds of shit? Of course I didn't. Of course I never thought that would happen, but it did, right? So learning, from all of that, I 100% kept my lips zipped, and it worked. All right. So I hope that you guys understand. I want you to understand something. So there's a lot of great things in my life as a result of this. But at the same time, because this nonstop leeching, this sucking parasites on me, they're reliant on me when I'm not here, you know that they're going to go crazy. So I hope you have to understand why I couldn't say anything at all. I had to keep my lips zipped completely, 100%. God forbid I let something slip that then they would be able to find stuff out. They would try to ruin my life, mess with me and everything around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about it. If they knew that I wasn't going to be streaming this week, they would have been fucking with me nonstop, right? They would have tried a million different stupid things. And not to say that they didn't. There were a few things that were attempted, but because I kept my lips zipped, they were completely unsuccessful.
I'm experienced. Oh, yeah.
The thing is, you might say, well, are you going to tell us everything that happened this week? No, I'm not. I'm going to tell you why. Because it's my life. And I have a right to privacy. I have a right to have a private life. But just because I share a public face to you every day on a stream where I make content and we play games and we hang out, does not mean that I also owe you an explanation for everything else that goes on in my private life. I can wholeheartedly tell you that what I've been dealing with over the last week has nothing to do with this stream, has nothing to do with my content, has nothing to do with this business, has nothing to do with our interactions, nothing, zero. Therefore, I don't have to tell you anything, nor should I be expected to, nor should there be a demand for that. I have a right to have my own life. And I hope that many of you will understand that. If you don't, I'm going to be honest with you. I hope that you seek counseling soon. Because if you actually think that because someone on the internet streams, that they owe you full transparency of everything that they ever have done, you are actually mentally deficient from being a normal human, and you need to go speak to a professional for help right now. And I'm speaking directly to my detractors right now. You're all mentally fucking deficient, and you do need to seek help. Because number one, you're breaking the law. And number two, you're ruining your life and the lives of everyone around you with your actions. You're sick. You're toxic people.
Why am I poisoned? Why am I toxic?
And I know that you would have probably tried to hurt me and or everyone around me if I had given any information out at all about what I've been up to this last week. Because the thing is, these idiots also, let's say, for example, I decided to tell you some information about what I've been up to. You know what would happen immediately? Oh, he's looking for a sob story so that people will come and support him because of this. What? He is a horrible person because he's using this as ammo to try to raise money. No, I'm not. Not at all. I'm not going to tell you a single thing about what happened because it has nothing to do with this. You're coming here, you're hanging out with me, you're enjoying the content, support it by all means. And that's what people have been doing. That's what's actually angering people. That unlike previous where, there was a few months there where I was getting tons of support because I was associated with another group. Well, I'm not associated with that group anymore, but I'm still making the same amount. And that's driving people nuts. They can't take that because, wait a minute, he's earning a good living on his own merits, but we were always of the impression, our narrative was always that he couldn't do that. So how is it possible, right? Because people actually like the content, because people like me.
Sure. What the fuck?
Unlike you, because when I was gone, your content was dead. No one cared about you when I was gone because they're not watching for you. They're watching for me. Don't you get it, Leech? Don't you get it, Parasite? I'm the content. That's why I'm entitled to everything you get out of it. And I will have it someday. I'm sorry that I can't come back on this stream and just unload on you guys and be like, here's what's been going on and blah, blah, blah. I can't. Because immediately, number one, it would be, see, Phil's looking for sympathy. And number two, it would be, oh, so now let's do everything we possibly can to ruin his life and everyone else's life and everything around us, right? It would. That's how they are. They're mentally ill people. These are not normal thinking people. They're broken in the head. I would go as far to say they're all of the like mind, and they reached out to each other and found themselves on the internet because they're so broken. They had to find other people that were broken to feel normal. And they've actually created this community of mentally deficient, ill people. That's not good at all, because that's how cults begin. Do you understand? How do you think the people who drink the Kool-Aid, how that started? Because they were all fucking nuts and they all found each other. And that's how these people operate now. They do it anonymously on the internet. It's dangerous shit. So that's why I literally can't tell you a word about any of what really has gone down, because undoubtedly harassment would begin on all fronts. And so therefore, you're never going to know what I was doing. All of the guesses have been wrong completely, which I'm happy about. Trust me, because I was nervous this week with not saying a word and keeping my mouth shut, that possibly there was going to be harassment or someone would figure out something. Luckily, nobody did, thankfully, thank God. And it's all over now, and now we can try to get back to normalcy.
Give me monies.
If you don't understand that someone who is an internet content creator has a right to privacy, a right to keep things private, a right to not be transparent about everything in their private life that has nothing to do with their content. If you don't understand that separation and that right, please move on and don't watch my content anymore. You're not welcome here. People who are obsessed and think they are crazily demanding of things, you're entitled to nothing. You get what I give you and you like it. That's it. That's not an unreasonable demand. Any normal person would say that makes sense. But if you can't get that in your head, if your head doesn't click and say, okay, that makes sense. That doesn't make sense to me. I'm entitled. Goodbye. I don't want you here. You're not entitled. You need to move on and get some help. Maybe there's other creators who like that kind of behavior. Not me. And again, if anything, this last week has completely 100% proven and corroborated everything I've said about the vortex around me. I'm not involved with it, but they are all directly dependent on me. Without me, they dry up in the hot sun like a weed with no water. They have absolutely nothing to do. They become irrelevant. Get it? And the fact that they are irrelevant without stealing my content proves in a court of law that I own their content.